What is up, everyone out there? My name is Rudy, and welcome to Let's Play Stellaris, the Zargon Conglomerate. And now we are trying to finish our war, our Zargon Tech Brawl. Let's take over this particular planet. So, I mean, we're at 91% war score. I feel like in the past, they've negotiated peace. What's happening here? Sleepers awake? It began as a subtle shift in the Lakaku behavior. Scattered reports of their ships, once rarely seen outside their own space, now being spotted in remote systems all across the galaxy. Highly advanced scouting vessels visiting ancient ruin worlds, refusing all hails and fleeing when attacked. Their purpose and mission unknown until now. We now know that the Lakaku were recovering the databanks of survey beacons and automated scouting posts left behind when they retreated to their present borders, gathering information for their return to the galactic stage. In Zulakaku space, fleets are gathering, armies have been mustered, and the ancient factories roar to life. For the first time in an age, the Zulakaku zealots are looking outwards beyond their borders and towards the galaxy at large. As their decaying shipyards and repaired and refitted, and the dormant systems of Titan foundries come online, the rest of the galaxy is left with only one question: who will this once sleeping giant target first in their quest of to reclaim glory lost giants? And okay, wonderful. A fallen empire has awakened, and they're going to bring spice into the game. They're going to bring spice into the galaxy. I feel like they used to like us, but they no longer do. They are impetuous. They view us as future subjects. And their fleet power is superior, but their naval capacity is equivalent. So we need to make better ships is what we need to do. But these guys still like us. Maybe they'll become... I don't know what's going to happen. I could insult them. Requests to become Dominion? They will be unable to attack us, but we must pay them 25% of our minerals and energy. And we will be required to change our ruling ethos? That is crazy. I'm not going to do that. The best possible outcome. Okay, we've won our war, and just in time. That is very good. Let's get rid of all this garbage. We know what we need to do. I wonder if that's changed. Oh my god. Refused subjugation? Oh, I guess one of those things that I refused was them. Well, this is not cool. I have no idea how we're going to handle this situation. I wonder, I mean, I know there's probably an answer out there of the best type of fleet to construct to defeat fallen empires. Even, I don't know what that is. Maybe I'll figure that out one day, but we need to we need to make more sectors. We need to organize our subjects into nice, neat little sectors for governance. And there's all these planets that we've conquered. Let's give them some systems. Maybe they can do some colonization. I don't know, that should be good. Look at these planets that I've taken in that I could colonize. This nice continental world. Okay, that should be a good sector. The best sector. And then up here we have Suture. I guess we could put Suture in the Baronic sector. Why not? Let's see, I need to find Baronic. Where is Baronic? What is it even called? I don't know what the name of the sector is. I think it's called the Baronic sector, but I'm not seeing it here in the list. Oh, I think we got it. Okay, oh, they're one gigantic sector, that's why. Okay, we are back to normal. So the Savek sector has 5 planets. We probably don't want to give them any more planets. And let's see, we need to give these guys some energy. I think everything is good now. We need to up our fleet power. We probably need to design some new ships. I've actually been reading about ship design, and I know focusing on shields is generally the best thing to do. Because For a variety of reasons. I'm going to just make a new ship design, in fact. So for our battleships, we want to take the X slot and put on a Tachyon Lance. And then we should go for the large cores. We want some large weapons, and we want to take kinetic artillery, I think. Yes, the kinetic artillery. And then we want to load up on the best shields that we can. So let's take a bunch of hyper shields. I'm not sure how much power we're going to need. We need some 0-point energy reactors. 200, I'm in the minus 220 energy. Plus 120, maybe that's good. We can take some shield capacitors. I feel like I should have, more energy. Or what, I mean, it's amazing to me that I need to have so many reactors on my ship. I guess that should not be too much of a surprise. Let's call this, I guess, going with the current naming scheme, we'll call this the Tachyon Storm. And I think we're going to build a ton of those. And for our cruiser, I think our cruiser is currently pretty good. Unless maybe we could take some large weapons. Or maybe we just focus on the medium, I don't know. Do we want plasma cannons? Let's see, plasma cannons ignore 80% of armor. That is good. Because the thing about weapons that focus on shield is that they are programmed to prioritize ships with the most shields. So what'll happen is as you bring down the shields of enemy ships, your ships will start targeting other ships with even more shields. So they end up spreading their damage around. And even though you're doing all kinds of extra damage to the shields, you're still kind of doing yourself a disservice because you're just spreading the damage around. However, the weapons that focus on armor penetration will prioritize ships with the lower shields, and so a fewer ships get whittled down much more quickly, and they end up getting destroyed. So that's why weapons that do shield damage are good, and having lots of shields are good on your defensive side, because if the enemy brings anti-shield weapons, they are doing themselves a problem. And if they bring weapons that don't do well against shields, then, you know, it's also pretty good, I guess. So yeah, I haven't needed to make really awesome ship designs. I've just sort of been doing whatever the hell I've wanted to so far. But I probably will need to design some good ships, some better ships. And now I'm getting all kinds of border closed. Like, what exactly is going to go on with the Zolakaku? They have closed borders. Like, are they forming some kind of, like, dominion or something, or what? Like, what is going on? But, yeah, let's put our resources to something useful. We have our Tachyon Storm class battleship. Let's spread the love around the Empire. We got these battleship assembly yards. Tachyon Storm is 1620 here. And Old Zargonia, it's also 1620 because they have battleship assembly yards, but here it's 1800, so we're saving hundreds of minerals. And where do we have our cruiser assembly yards? Well, let's make a big battleship fleet, because if we organize our fleets into separate ships, we have much more flexibility. So I'm going to give that a shot. We're going to set our rally point. Let's set our rally point for, let's take off this rally point, and let's set it for this particular system, for this particular planet. And we're going to build all of our battleships, and we're going to send them here. And then we'll have a nice big battleship fleet. Let's see, they have battleship assembly yards here on my Tomb World planet, so they can build some Tachyon Storms as well. Okay, so we got Tachyon Storms being built all across the Empire. And we're going to want to do a similar thing with our cruisers and destroyers. You know what? Let's make a new type of Corvette, in fact. And let's go for torpedoes. Or, actually, no, we can just update the Cardaxes class. So what is the best type of torpedo? We have the Devastator torpedoes that does 50% armor, ignores 50% of armor, 100% shield penetration. They all have 100% shield penetration. But the neutron torpedo does extra shield damage, so I think we want to avoid the neutron torpedo. Let's go for Devastators, which we already had, I think. And as far as our energy weapon goes, let's do something that is good for fighting the armor. Something that's not going to focus on shields. Because we have the plasma cannon or the gamma laser. Ion disruptors do shield damage, so we want to avoid those. You know, let's go with the gamma laser, how about? And how is our power situation doing? Not good. You know what, let's just cancel that. Can I get out of here? I want to undo everything that I've just did. I'm not sure. Well, I don't know. Maybe that's fine. Maybe the ship is good. They got the best type of torpedo. Let's revisit our destroyer. So let's make a new type of destroyer because I don't want to interfere with my current designs. Let's take the I'm going to sort of focus on a big gun doctrine. Let's take the large plasma cannons and probably a flak artillery. I think I'm not sure what, I'm thinking I'm going to have to fight a fallen empire. I'm not sure if they use lots of point defense weapons, or I mean lots of missile and fighters. So maybe having this flak artillery will be helpful. I mean, I could look it up, but I think it'd be much more fun to just find out on my own and be taken by surprise. Ooh, yeah, I'm loving this particular ship, so we need to put on another reactor. And let's take the shield capacitors. Oh my god, I'm in love with this ship class. I like how I was able to fit all these shields on here. I don't know what to call it. Let's call it the... Let's call this the Dragon class. Real creative. So, I mean, our destroyers can absolutely murder enemy corvettes. Alright, so now we're just building up our fleet.
Research complete.
Ooh, how lovely. Building cost minus 5%. There's really not much too interesting stuff to research. So I must not be very popular around the galaxy these days because of all the threat that I've been generating. What are these guys up to? They're in a federation. They're overlords. It'd be nice to form a defensive treaty with somebody. So yeah, everybody hates me. Holy smokes. The Uthabulin like me, and then I have some of my subjects who, of course, like me, but everyone else are my enemies. Well, I must say, this Awakened Fallen Empire has really added something to the game. A little something or other. Like, are they going to attack us? I mean, why wouldn't they attack us? They could easily take us. Well, are there any particular... I guess I should do some housekeeping, see how, like, all my sectors are doing. Like, they're all... I guess they could use more minerals.
Construction complete.
Some sectors could use more minerals. And I could recruit more governors. I only have one extra leader slot left, so I think I should save that. I guess we could just jump in and see how my sectors are doing. Like, are they actually performing well? Like, this planet looks pretty good, but to be fair, it may have been fully developed already. I can't remember. What about Like, what's going on here in our conquered states, in our conquered planets? Like, I don't see any empty tiles. That's a good sign. Just sort of a quick audit overview. You know, what is the nature of everything? Oh, look at these. A primitive civilization? Yeah, what are we doing with these guys? We are passive observation. Do we want to enlighten them? What would that take? What level are they at? They're in the Renaissance. We'll technologically enlighten them. Somebody has died, one of my scientists. Not one of my current researchers, though, so I'm not as concerned. And how is this random planet doing? I'm not going to look at every single planet, but I think it's good to make an audit every once in a while. Like, see, it's nice knowing that, look, these people are not that unhappy. These are Ralteks, my conquered peoples, and they are being extremely productive. I am pleased by that. Where else can we look? I mean, of course, this is the new sector, the new people, so things are not doing too good here, but they'll get over it. They'll be fine. Okay, well, I've looked at a few random sector planets, and it's like I am not seeing anything egregious. Like, look at that. It's completely filled up, all the buildings. People aren't starving to death. Where else should we probably check? I guess, I mean, all these sectors are fairly well developed to begin with. I guess we can check Savek. You know, some of these planets I've dumped in the sectors before they were fully developed. Oh, what's this? Oh, it's the whole alien species procurement. I'm not sure if that's even really worth my time, because I mean, if I do too many clicks, I'm going to get wrist problems, and I want to avoid that. So I can't, you know, I'm like, seriously, I don't want to do anything that requires too much clicking, and I just don't see what I'm going to gain. Who are these guys? So they have some negative unhappiness, probably because I did some terror bombing. Yeah, well, about that, I do apologize. I was getting kind of annoyed with the way that war was dragging on. So our ship construction. So the Tachyon Storm class ships. Only 2 of them are here so far. I assume more are on the way because I ordered many to be constructed. But there's only 2. There should be 6. Where are the rest? I'm not sure. Are they... What is going on? I'm pretty sure I ordered the construction of more ships, but they seem to be gone. Like, they're not at the rally point, and they are not currently in transit. So I'm not sure what is the deal with that. I guess I would like to queue up some more Tachyon Storms. You know what we're going to do? We're going to rename this planet to... We're going to do... It's not letting me type in the rename planet box. Secundus. We're going to say... BS for Battleship. And then that way, all I need to do is scan for BS, and then I can build Battleship, because I know there is a Battleship assembly yard here. Excellent. I feel clever for doing that. And let's see. You also build one of those. Beautiful. So we should have 8 battleships total when they're done with that run of construction. Let's see, this planet has a cruiser assembly yard, so we could even put multiple assembly yards on our planets, and then we'll have a pretty good... I'll just do C for cruiser. We'll have a pretty good visibility to what we need to click for the ships we need to build, and they have destroyer assembly yards here. I guess I could just do B for battleship instead of BS. Because there are no other ship types that start with B, you know what I mean? Let's build a fortress. We should definitely build some space fortresses. Space fortresses. But that's not the... That is not the plural of fortress. Fortresses. But it is pretty cool. Like cyclopes. Okay, so, I mean, we have 3 planets with battleship assembly yards. Including Old Zargonia has cruiser assembly yards and battleship assembly yards. So we should reflect that in the name. We'll say BS and C. So if I want to construct cruisers, I know where to go. And some of these planets might very well end up in sectors, so I'm not going to name them all to reflect what they can construct. So we have destroyers. Okay, we're just going to focus on battleship construction right now, I think. And I mean, because I want to keep my fleets separated, see how that works out. It may turn out to be micromanagement hell, or maybe I'll have no issue doing that. Oh, I figured out what the issue was. Since I have a fleet here, are my ships going directly into that fleet instead of going to the rally point? That is not what I would expect. I would expect the ships to go to the rally point regardless of who may be in orbit. So I'm going to just send the first Star Hunters to some random system.
Construction complete.
And let's see, what else? Is that happening on other planets as well? Yeah, this is my tomb world, and I have a fleet in orbit. So, of course, some of my ships are going right into that fleet. Maybe that's a good thing, though. We can get some... some tachyon storms spread throughout the fleets instead of having them all in one fleet. Even though, you know, I don't know. I want them all in one fleet, though. Okay, so that should fix that issue. So with that in mind... Oh, we can upgrade a thing. Great. With that in mind, I'm going to construct even more tachyon storms. If I could click the button, hotkey V, I should remember that. Okay, build me 2 tachyon storms. And then I think after this, maybe we'll start building... Maybe I'll get like 20k of battleships in one fleet, and then we'll start building more destroyers. Well, that is all for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and I'll see you next time for more Let's Play Stellaris, the Zargon Conglomerate.